It's the scandal no one saw coming, but now it's the talk of the town. Kirk Frost and Mendeecees Harris, two of the most infamous figures in love and hip-hop history, have just been blacklisted from reality TV. That's right. After years of explosive drama, shocking betrayals, and jaw-dropping moments, their reign has come to an earth-shattering halt. The twist? It's all been kept under wraps until now. But what really went down behind the scenes? What triggered this bold, unexpected decision from the producers? Sources revealed the tension had been building for weeks, but no one was prepared for what would unfold when tempers finally boiled over at a private after-show taping. What was supposed to be a calm, off-camera reconciliation between cast members quickly spiraled into a chaotic brawl that no one could contain. Fists were thrown, egos were shattered, and by the end of the night, Kirk and Mendeecees Harris were out for good. No more cameras, no more confessionals, just a cold, unforgiving reality that no one saw coming. But hold up, there's more to this than meets the eye. Was this really just about one explosive fight? Or was there something far darker simmering behind the scenes? Betrayals, secrets, backstabbing. The scandal runs deeper than anyone imagined. Buckle up, because we're about to break it all down. Not many saw this coming. The animosity between Kirk Frost and Mendeecees Harris had been quietly simmering for weeks, but no one expected it to explode into such a full-blown disaster. What started as a simple disagreement soon turned into a career-ruining clash that rocked the love and hip-hop franchise to its core. It all went down at a private, closed-door after-show taping, a moment meant for cast members to air out their issues before the reunion episode. No cameras, no pressure, just a chance to clear the air. At least that was the plan. But when you throw together oversized egos, old grudges, and reality stars who thrive on chaos, it's only a matter of time before something goes off script. Kirk and Mendeecees had never been close, but there was a mutual respect until recently. Rumors had started swirling that Mendeecees was talking smack behind Kirk's back, calling him a washed-up has-been who only stayed relevant thanks to Rasheeda's hustle. At first, Kirk brushed it off. After all, love and hip-hop thrives on drama. Loose lips were par for the course. But when multiple people started backing up the accusations, it was no longer something he could ignore. The whispers turned into all-out allegations. Mendeecees was allegedly telling producers that Kirk was so desperate to stay on the show, he was willing to manufacture fake beefs. He was a liability, nothing but a relic of past drama, according to Mendeecees. For Kirk, that was personal. How dare Mendeecees accuse him of holding the show back when Kirk had been there from the beginning? According to insiders, Kirk vented to cast members before the fight. This man barely got out of prison, and now he thinks he's running things. It wasn't just about egos, it was about respect. Kirk wasn't going to let anyone disrespect his legacy, especially someone like Mendeecees. So before the reunion taping, Kirk reportedly pulled Mendeecees aside for a man-to-man conversation, hoping to settle things calmly. But Mendeecees wasn't having it. If you're worried about what I'm saying, Mendeecees allegedly sneered, maybe you should fix what's broken. Kirk's face twisted in anger, his jaw clenched. That was all it took. What started as a heated exchange quickly escalated into a full-on screaming match. Cast members and producers watched in shock as the tension in the room reached a boiling point. "You're a guest on this show," Kirk shouted, pointing a finger at Mendeecees. "I built this before you even got here." Mendeecees just laughed, a slow, mocking laugh that sent Kirk over the edge. Before security could even react, Kirk shoved Mendeecees back, sending him crashing into a chair. That was the moment everything broke. Mendeecees lunged at Kirk, grabbing his shirt, and in seconds, fists were flying. Chairs were knocked over, glasses shattered, and cast members screamed. Security rushed in, but neither man was backing down. Yandy Smith, Mendeecees' wife, was yelling at him to stop, while Rasheeda desperately tried to pull Kirk away. But it was too late. The damage was already done. The worst part? It was all caught on camera. Someone had pulled out their phone the second things got tense, and when the fight broke out, the footage went viral within minutes. Social media exploded. Fans were stunned. Comments flooded in, and love and hip-hop producers were in full panic mode. One producer reportedly said, "This ain't just reality TV drama. This is career-ending." The fight was so brutal, so shocking, that the producers had no choice but to shut down filming immediately. Kirk was pulled into one room, furious and still fuming. Mendeecees was in another, his face twisted with rage. Behind the scenes, executives were already making a decision no one expected. Fights happen. They're a staple of reality TV. But this was different. This wasn't drama. This was raw, dangerous, destructive. And once the footage leaked, it was too much. It had crossed the line they couldn't uncross. By the next morning, the call came in. Kirk Frost and Mendeecees Harris were fired. No warning. No second chances. Just gone. Kirk was stunned. "This ain't real," he reportedly told Rasheeda, pacing back and forth. "They need me. I've been here since the beginning." But Rasheeda knew better. "Kirk, you put your hands on Mendeecees, and it got out. They had no choice." In his mind, though, Kirk wasn't just another cast member. He was love and hip-hop royalty. He'd built his brand, made money moves, and now he was being tossed aside like yesterday's news. Mendeecees wasn't taking it any better. When he got the call, he was sitting with Yandy in their living room. "No way," he said, shaking his head. "They need me. I bring too much to this show." Yandy didn't flinch. "So that's it? They're just done with you." The fallout was swift and severe. Fans were divided. Some stood by Kirk, insisting Mendeecees had no right to talk down to an OG of the show. Others sided with Mendeecees, saying Kirk had no excuse for putting his hands on someone, regardless of who was right. One thing was certain. This was one of the biggest scandals the Love and Hip Hop franchise had ever seen. The remaining episodes of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta seemed to be all about Kirk and Kendra. Girl, rumors are swirling that Kirk has cheated on Rasheeda yet again. This time with none other than his co-star Kendra. And if that wasn't messy enough, inside sources claim that their breakup came after some serious receipts surfaced. Word on the street is that Kirk may have been careless with the tape, and now some of the cast members, including Rasheeda and YJ, have gotten their hands on it. Rasheeda is furious, and YJ is caught up in the middle of the drama. This tea is boiling hot. It looks like we're dealing with yet another scandalous betrayal, as Kirk has once again stepped out on Rasheeda, and this time it's on a whole new level. For those who haven't been keeping up, grab a seat because this is about to get even messier. Reports are flying that Kirk and Kendra, who is also married, filmed a tape that has now been seen and obtained by their partners. And let's just say both marriages are hanging by a thread. If you've been following Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, you already know that Kirk cheating on Rasheeda has practically been a defining factor in their 20-year marriage. But let's not forget, after Rasheeda got pregnant with her first child, she wasn't the only one accused of stepping out. At one point, Rasheeda was accused of cheating on Kirk, with some even questioning whether the child was his. But when a paternity test confirmed that Kirk was indeed the father, Rasheeda eventually admitted to having cheated as well. Moving forward, nobody is perfect and relationships have issues. But y'all also gotta understand forgiveness too. And that's what I have learned to understand. Because we've had to forgive each other. I ain't always been perfect in my marriage. We've had dishonesty from both sides of us in this marriage. We've had infidelity from both sides of us in this. I believe that Rasheeda's admission of not being completely faithful to her husband changed the entire dynamic of their marriage. It also seemed to give Kirk a free pass to cheat, and from that point on, things only spiraled further out of control. Not only did Kirk continue cheating on her with Jasmine, but he also got her pregnant. Jasmine's pregnancy with Kirk's child has caused him and Rasheeda nothing but drama and turmoil over the past few weeks. Just a short while ago, Kirk, Jasmine, and Rasheeda sat down for a tense conversation about co-parenting their son, Cannon. And let's just say it did not go as planned. You realize you didn't even attend Cannon's last birthday? Because where were you at? That's the same party that I helped pay for and pay for the gifts, correct? When we was in mediation, do you even remember what we agreed on? Yeah, you don't know because you don't. I do know. I'm not. So the agreement was that you get Cannon the third weekend of every month. Do you do that? No, we didn't really agree to that because the last time it's signed on paper. This is what this is. I just want to say it's not going to ever be exactly what you want it to be. But one thing you're never, ever, ever going to have to question or worry about is that boy getting the love and the same treatment as all the other kids when he's around. Based on Jasmine's admission that she never deleted her text messages, it was clear that she had receipts on Kirk. And it didn't take long for her to spill the tea. At first, they tried to pin the blame on her, but that didn't last long. Jasmine then revealed she showed up to confront Kirk after he accused her of acting fouls at his doorstep. But this time, she came with the truth, and she wasn't holding back. Kirk invited me to meet him. It's B. At this point, just pay what you're supposed to pay and be on your merry way. Do that, Noah. We didn't really agree to that, because the last time it's signed on paper. This is what this is. I just want to say it's not going to ever be exactly what you want it to be. But one thing you're never, ever, ever going to have to question or worry about is that boy getting the love and the same treatment as all the other kids when he's around. But I feel like y'all owe it to Canon for it not to be a nitpick. I'm just glad to walk down the street sometimes because you know I was labeled as the most up person at one time. Women hated me for what happened with her love the first day. Heard from you. You don't have to hear from me because Canon knows what's up. That's all that matters. You understand why it's a little weird now, but you know it's not weird now. All of a sudden, I always been there since I decided the forgiveness. If I forgave him, I got to take everything that comes with it, and that's canon. Y'all figure something out so we can get this boy on track like he need to be on track. It's been too long to be playing these kinds of games. Guys, call me babe when you do. Didn't end there because Kirk made some comments that made it look like something was still going on between him and Jasmine. Told you can call me anytime when you need me. Call me now that you stay there. I'm gonna take your word for it. We'll see if I pick him up from your house and I come to your door, you're going to be fully dressed. Or are you going to be how you normally be? How do I normally be? You came to the door a few times in your birthday suit. You don't think that's happened? So that's never happened? Oh, you making now. I don't know what you're trying to do. What are you trying to pull? But it's okay because listen, I don't erase no message and I'm not saying it like I didn't want a public thing. So she had a private sit down with Kirk and Jasmine to address the screenshots and this is what went down. Whatever the number is, so what's the deal on the text messages? Is that what we got going on? Because the fact that I'm even sitting here, even listening to this beneath me, and I'm sick and tired of the straight up what is up. What's up is I. If you thought